evening, good afternoon. I don't know what time you guys are going to be watching this, but I'm pretty pumped today. Today's the first day of the top 3 views.
Let's go.
Today's the first day that the Raiders played, and they won.
Yep.
1-0.
Yeah, this is a crazy day. Started the whole season for us, because we're Raider fans, and start of our podcast.
Hell yeah,
So,
let's go. Start of the season.
that's exciting.
So, today is, what's today, the 13th?
Yeah.
September 13th. Before we get started any further, I want to go ahead and pay respects to those that passed away during 9/11.
Definitely.
That was, 2 days ago. How long has it been? 19 years?
Has it?
Yeah, it's 19 years.
Oh, yeah.
Bro.
That's crazy.
So,
So, obviously, that's something that's crazy. One of the craziest things that's ever happened in the United States, so.
especially me being alive, like, I'm sure before there's probably crazy things too, but
Yeah.
that I can remember.
I don't think anything crazier than that, though. Not on land, like on U.S. territory.
Pearl Harbor.
This was crazy to me.
Yeah.
Because this was, like, in the city.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty
But,
crazy.
yeah, either way, though, shout out to
all the people
all
that
the people that lost
that
people that lost their lives.
Yeah, that too, man.
And that were on the planes and all that. That's crazy.
And then shout out to everyone that helped out. If
Yeah,
that,
for sure.
That's crazy to run into a situation like that, knowing that you might not make it out.
Yeah.
And so we just want to pay our respects before we went any further. But let's go on a little lighter note.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we can explain what this show is going to be about. Top 3 views is going to be about opinions we have on topics.
Yeah.
We're probably going to play videos, and we're going to talk about sports.
It's going to be everything that we're into, basically.
Yeah.
It's in the moment. Any current events that we find interesting or funny or relevant to whatever.
Or whatever's popular or
Yeah.
trending.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that.
Anything that's interesting, really. And we're not the smartest people, so don't think, what we say is like factual 100% or the right thing. Like, we're just talking.
Yeah, we're just talking about stuff that are on the internet.
Yeah,
True or not.
We're just talking.
We're just going to say what we think.
And we're going to have jokes, and again, it's just jokes. It's nothing crazy.
Hopefully they're funny.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, exactly.
so to start this off, we're going to talk about a little celebrity drama. What's it called? Production for the Batman was halted because the star of the show, Robert Pattinson,
Yeah.
he had the coronavirus, COVID-19.
Yeah. Came from bats,
It came from bats, and he was a bat.
and he was a bat.
It says Vanity Fair reported that they had to halt production because of it. Were you looking forward to the Batman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm always looking forward to Batman just because it's Batman, and the last version of Batman we got was really good. Christopher Nolan's version. But
That wasn't the last version.
that wasn't?
Nah, we had the Justice League.
Nah, but I mean like
Batman versus Superman.
No, but I mean like
Like
a series of
standalone?
Yeah, like a standalone.
Yeah, that's true. Did you like Ben Affleck as Batman?
No.
Nah?
No.
I thought he kicked ass, but yeah.
No, I mean I did, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
So, I don't know. Hopefully, when they said Robert Pattinson, did I say his name right? Whatever, Pattinson?
Pattinson or something like that.
Yeah. When they said him, I don't know how I felt about that.
I actually like it.
Yeah.
I like it only because I'm not the biggest I'm not the biggest fan of his. Like Twilight is I feel like what he's mostly known for. But watching him go through all the underground stuff and like really trying to be a great actor, I think he's gonna do really good. I feel like he's way past that Twilight phase.
Yeah, I believe so too. And I like to see people break out of the mold.
Yeah, definitely.
Like Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
That fool.
Oh, that's the GOAT.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, I remember seeing him on Titanic.
Yeah.
And that was kind of, whatever. But now he does crazy movies, dude.
Yeah.
One of my favorite actors.
Yeah, for sure.
But did you see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
I haven't.
Dude.
I haven't watched any. What's the director?
Quentin Tarantino?
I haven't seen any film of his, and I still haven't. And eventually, I'm going to. But I want to watch them in order.
What? Okay, so you have a different a channel, right?
Piece of Us Films.
Piece of Us Films, where
It's a film channel,
he reviews films.
and I've never seen Quentin Tarantino.
Quentin Tarantino. I definitely
Never.
recommend you do a series of that.
Yeah.
Because what did you do previously?
Christopher Nolan.
Christopher Nolan. Yeah, that ties into the whole Batman thing. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, but I haven't seen any Quentin Tarantino. I've seen pieces of like Kill Bill and stuff, but I really liked when I was younger. Like I haven't seen anything full So that's gonna be fun though, because people love them.
Yeah, I recommend that last one, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It's
Yeah.
long though, like 2.5 hours, bro.
Yeah.
I watched it in like 2 days. Yeah, for real. I watched one
Pause
half.
this real quick and just come back tomorrow. But yeah, that's for sure gonna be something I end up watching.
All right, and then something that I don't want to see, but that popped up trending. I guess that Chris Evans, aka Captain America, or aka Knives Out actor.
Yeah. He's Captain America.
He had a nude leak.
A self-nude leak.
A self-nude leak on accident. It says that. Yeah, that's what I didn't understand when
He
it
leaked
said
it
nude
himself.
leak. Fox News apparently says that the Knives Out actor shared a video of his family laughing as they played a game of Heads Up. Heads Up.
With his family?
It's a terrible name for what shows on his Instagram story. However, the since deleted video ended with a bit of a mishap on the actor's part. According to E! Online, when the pre-recorded video ended, his phone seemed to have shown the photo roll grid on his device, which appeared to include some not safe for work images, including one that many of his 5.9 million followers believe to be an erect genitalia. So
I don't get that though. How does that happen? You're doing a video and you're not scrolling on there and it somehow gets to your camera roll?
I think you know how you can screen record?
Yeah.
He probably screen recorded something that they were doing and then he hit exit on the tab.
Yeah.
And then it probably was on his camera roll. Or
That's crazy.
oh no, he screen recorded the video. He hit exit, and then since the video zoomed out, you know how it shows all your pictures?
Yeah.
It probably showed his junk.
That's crazy.
But I don't know.
I haven't seen it.
I don't, you know, yeah.
I don't know.
I was gonna ask, have you guys seen Avengers Endgame? You know when he's fighting himself,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Oh, that's America's ass."
Yeah.
I guess it's America's dong.
Schlong. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. So
that was interesting.
Yeah.
Because
that sucks.
it sucks, and the fact that he did it himself, like it wasn't like he got hacked or anything.
Yeah. Well, I know when they said nude leak, I was expecting like something crazy.
Yeah.
Well, something else.
Something is crazy.
And then let's see. And then it's funny because it shows all these chicks right here on the side.
Yeah.
I guess we can talk about Amazon Basics, their products. What about them? That they're good?
Nah. They're catching on fire apparently. A whole chair caught on fire.
A whole chair, and but was the chair the chair wasn't the
It wasn't
the product.
the chair. Just out of nowhere, the chair just catches on fire. No, it wasn't the chair. So it was hooked up right with like a USB. So it was a cable, obviously, with wires that can catch on fire, and somehow that caught on fire. Got too hot, probably.
Yeah, it got too hot, faulty wiring, something about it. But it was like leaning on the chair, I guess, when you charge your phone.
And the whole chair was done. But I've seen though, like, it wasn't just that. It was like a lot of different products. And I'm just like, that's crazy because when you go on Amazon, all those products have good reviews. So I don't know if this was like, you know, far and few between.
Yeah.
Or if this is like consistently happening now. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's crazy though. It's just crazy because like, I mean, I don't know. You don't want that catching on fire in your house. That can be like really bad.
Yeah, I have a bunch of Amazon
basic stuff.
Yeah. I have an Ethernet. I have a what is it? The shredder.
Yeah, it's because they're good prices. Like they're pretty good prices. Like,
yeah. I'm not gonna spend like double the price for something that's less quality, and they're usually good quality.
Yeah, they're usually good. I haven't had any issues with them. Nothing's caught on fire.
Nah, but yeah, me either. But and then it's all at my computer desk, so it'd be kind of sad if my whole computer.
God. That'd be so bad.
And then I wouldn't be able to make videos for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's where I do all my editing.
Yeah,
that's where I do my live broadcasts, aka the Why Not Me podcast.
Catch on fire during the podcast.
Dude, that'd be sick. I'd get hella views. But speaking of stuff catching on fire, we're gonna talk about Tesla's battery day. Not that they're gonna catch on fire, but it reminded me. You know, people always blame his cars like for catching on fire pretty easy.
Yeah.
But battery day is on September 22nd.
Yeah, he says he has some things up his sleeve that's supposed to be like really good. I don't know if it's like game changing, but something supposed to be really good. So I don't know. We'll see. If it is really good, I mean that stock's gonna jump up for sure, and it's just gonna make Tesla look even better. compared to his competitors.
And don't you have stock in Tesla?
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's hope that it does good because he's financially
Yeah,
invested in
hopefully.
it. And I wish I bought stock, bro. That would.
Yeah.
I always say I'm gonna buy stock and I never do. It's because I'm dumb. Nah, that turned off. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll go check it out right now. Take a quick break. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. We had to take a quick break.
Yeah.
One of the cameras stopped recording for some weird reason. We left off talking about God damn it. Tesla stock.
Yes, and we're back.
I keep wanting to talk about Amazon for some reason. But I don't know, man. What do you think they're gonna reveal on the 22nd?
I don't know. I feel like they're hyping it up, so I feel like it has to be something crazy. Like maybe some like far range, maybe. I don't know. I think they get to like 500 now. I don't know. Maybe something crazy. I really don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not,
it's called battery day, so it has to do with the battery.
Yeah, it has to do with the battery. So it has to be something crazy, hopefully, or it was hyped up for no reason.
Or do you think they made a giant battery?
Also, no.
And it drives. They turned it into a car.
But also, now that like as we're talking about Tesla and Elon Musk, the Neuralink stuff is crazy too, though.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah, no, that is insane.
That stuff is crazy.
That supposedly you'll be able to like access your stuff wirelessly.
Yeah, and like memories. You'll never like lose your memory.
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
because it records
in like a file, like a cloud.
Yeah, bro, that's crazy that all your memories are in someone's server.
That's the thing. Who owns the server? Who runs the server? That's the scary part.
Yeah,
because they have access to everybody's stuff.
I know, bro. That's insane. Someone's just looking at your memories one day.
Yeah,
just bored.
That doesn't make sense. Like I don't know if I'd be down for that. I wouldn't be down to be the first people to try it.
Yeah,
for sure not. But
it glitches. It has like a firmware update or something.
But eventually, I mean, it is cool for the purposes of health reasons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, originally it's gonna start out with to help like people with like Parkinson's or something like that.
Alzheimer's, like all that kind of stuff. Like when you're older, obviously, not every time, but it's a high chance you can get some type of.
Your brain starts degrading.
Yeah. So if this really helps with that, and you know your grandma or your grandpa, like you can still talk to them how you've always talked your whole life, then that's cool, because sometimes they're just not fully there anymore.
Yeah, and that sucks, man.
Yeah.
But they said eventually they're gonna upgrade it from that to it makes you process thoughts faster.
Yeah.
And
and everything.
So like, technically, you'd be a better human.
You'd be a superhuman. Like even because I don't know if you guys have seen, but Elon Musk was talking too about being able to just talk to people without talking with your mouth, like physically,
like Bluetooth.
You're just talking through your brain to somebody, which is crazy. Because how can you just tap in and talk to anybody you want in their head? Like, get out of my head, bro.
It'd be like us just sitting here looking at the camera the whole time,
and you guys can understand,
and you could hear what we're saying. Yeah. We could probably hear what you guys are thinking. Yeah, even though you're not watching it live.
That's a weird future, right there.
So we'll see. But I like the part where you can get smarter, or you can process things faster.
Mm-hmm. It's just the thing is how, like, is it easy access to it, or you got to pay a lot? Easy access. Is it accessible for everybody? Yeah. Or is it something that like is expensive? Because if you do have that, and you know someone next to you doesn't, you are at a huge advantage already. Yeah. And that goes for everything. You're trying to get a job. You're trying to do a test. You're trying, like, no matter what it is,
you'll have
you're at an advantage. That's not fair, but life's not fair. So I mean, I don't know. It's a cool idea. It's a scary idea. It's a lot of things at once.
Speaking of easy access, do you think they're gonna have, like, you know how when someone Bluetooths your phone, it's like, do you want to accept pairing with this person? You think it's gonna be like that? Like, I have to.
You'd have to accept it.
I have to mentally accept or decline.
Yeah, you'd have to.
You know, like that.
It's like a Black Mirror episode, though.
Yeah.
So
I've never seen Black
Mirror. You never seen Black Mirror?
Nah.
You guys have to roast him in the comments. You've never seen Black Mirror, because people that have seen it know that's a crazy show. Not every episode.
I've heard it's good.
But Black Mirror, there's one where it's a social media one, to where you have to be nice to people in real life, and then if you don't, people can like rate you, but it shows above you. Everyone can see it. So it's like you want to be good, so you look good. I feel like that's what we're getting to with this stuff. Like, I don't know. It's crazy.
It's gonna be a live
It's almost
Instagram.
like you're living on the internet, but in real life.
Yeah, that's crazy. You have a social media score.
Yeah.
Like you have likes and dislikes.
And I feel like that's what the Neuralink is, though, sort of like, which is why Joe Rogan and all these people say, like, the scary part is not knowing if you're in reality or not. Yeah. Because eventually it's gonna be so similar, you're not gonna know.
And you're gonna be like the Matrix, just
exactly.
in a fake world.
And you're not gonna And if you do know, that's when you have power, if you can figure out the difference. But
And then would you want to go back to the real world if the fake world is better?
I'd want to just be able to know.
Yeah.
So I'm not confused. It's like Inception too. Christopher Nolan, like we're talking about, it's like Inception. Like you don't want to get lost in that world because it's scary. And obviously, if you've seen Inception, the wife kills herself because she thinks she's not in the real world, and all that's crazy. So, yeah, I don't know.
It's been a long time since I've seen it, but it was a trippy movie.
Yeah, that's a crazy future right there. If that's what comes to be, which doesn't seem like it's that too far.
Yeah, for real.
If Elon Musk is already working on and putting in pigs and all that, I mean, in the next 10 years, I feel like we'd have to have some people with it.
Did you see that they did a test run on the pig? Like,
I did.
Like, I guess it was beeping for every time the pig had like some certain reaction to it was smelling some stuff.
Okay.
And they were able to like see that, I guess, the pig's thoughts.
Yeah, yeah.
And eventually they're gonna transfer that to humans.
It's funny though because I don't know. It's a crazy idea. And the thing is, he wants to do it to where you do it with a robot.
You do it with the robot.
No, but like the robot is the one that does it on you.
What?
The robot is the one that does the surgery to put the chip in your brain.
Oh, okay.
And
I thought you were talking about something else.
Yeah, no.
I was like, damn.
But I don't know. It's a crazy process. But he says he wants to do it to where you go in that morning and you're out that afternoon, and it's fine. There's no recovery process.
Yeah, damn.
Like you're good.
Isn't it like a decent sized hole too that they're gonna? I don't know. You can see.
Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, yeah, they just drill.
They just drill
real quick and like
just put a chip.
Place it in there. It's crazy.
I know. Hopefully, if I'm balding, they put it in the balding spot and not give me like a different balding spot.
Well, that's why if we can make enough money from this podcast, they're doing it where they take blood from somewhere and put it back in your roots of your hair, and it just grows back.
Oh, damn.
So if you're balding or whatever.
Yeah, that's insane. I didn't know about that either.
It's expensive, probably. But
yeah, I was going to say anything to look better is usually expensive.
You know, I'm getting that Derek Carr hairline, so
Damn.
I'm going to need that too.
Damn.
Or I'm just go full bald.
Yeah, dude. If, like John Gruden, he had patches of hair too.
That's bad. Trump, like.
Yeah, if I'm too patchy, I think I'm going to just shave it off.
That's a good thing about a guy. Like, we can just shave it all the way.
Yeah. Do girls get patchy hair too?
Well, I feel like
it thins out. Huh?
It thins out, and it definitely falls back from right here. I don't think the sides go away or anything, but like it goes back.
I feel like on women it's not too bad either, but
yeah,
I think it'd be pretty sad to be losing hair.
They definitely keep hair more than men do. Men
Yeah.
definitely lose their hair for some reason.
But yeah, if I start getting patches, I'm going the Michael Jordan route.
Oh, for sure.
But
you can't shave this though. You can't be naked up top and.
No, I know. I'm trying to keep. It took me forever to grow my beard and mustache. In high school, I had the thin little whiskers.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And it's finally growing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to keep
it.
Yeah.
Definitely. See, for me, like yours is more full. So like for me on the sides, I can't really get it. Like I can get it where it connects and all that, but it's not full enough.
Yeah.
So it's like still looks patchy and like whack.
Yeah. So one day, draw your blood and put it in your cheeks.
In your cheeks. Yeah.
But I guess since we're speaking about faces, what was that stat that you saw that 80% of faces in power?
Oh yeah, this is a crazy one.
Are white in America?
Yeah. So, and this is obviously a really serious topic if you want to get super deep, but it's one of those things where this is when people talk about, you know, there's a reason for there to be 80% of power. The faces are white.
Yeah.
And that's detrimental to everybody else if, you know, they're not aligned with some type of morals, you know, because it's one of those things too where people align themselves with who they look like regardless. That's just nature. Like if you can see somebody and you look like them, you're going to feel more comfortable around them or this or that, especially if you are, you know, whatever, same language, same all that, you're going to go towards that because that's more comfortable to you. But
it's more familiar.
It's more familiar, more comfortable, and which is why you see if there's a lot of white people here, typically white people will live over here or do this. If there's a lot of Hispanics, they're all going to congregate black just because you feel more comfortable around people that kind of relate to you more.
Yeah, and you're kind of used to that culture.
And you're used to that culture too, so it's like it's not, you know, they're most likely into similar things, most likely eat similar stuff, most likely, you know, so it's one of those things. But the issue is people that act like there's not a race divide or like there's no like actual problem.
Or racism isn't real anymore.
Yeah, it's not real anymore, like all these different things. Well, it is, and you can see it through news, that like what comes up and what happens, and also just this is right here is a direct impact. We need to be more diverse in these higher positions, or it's never going to change. Because I mean, it's like 400 something white people, House representatives, and like 100 something of everybody else
of mixed race,
which is crazy.
Yeah, so 20% and less are actually are mixed race. So not even 20% Hispanic, not even 20% Black, not even 20% Asian. It's 20% altogether, and 80%
exactly
white. And
the issue with that is a lot of times these people are older, so they still have older ideas and like, they live in the past, which is fine. I don't even judge them because that's the time they grew up in. But the problem is they're not going to change what needs to be changed because they're comfortable with how it is.
They like how it is.
So
and then too, not only that, but like since they're all in the same they all come from like similar backgrounds, not the same but similar. How are they gonna put rules for people that grew up in different backgrounds?
And they can't relate.
Yeah, exactly. And minorities most of the time don't have the same advantage as as a lot of white people because. Because that's the truth, though. Like, they were here. Well, they took this land, and it was
built for themselves, which is fine.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna allow people to come in, like they do, like they did, you can't let it be about yourself.
Yeah.
Because then it's like a false reality. It's like a false dream. American dream. Come here and be this, but we're gonna hold you down.
Yeah.
Until we get up there. And then we'll let some of you guys come up, not everybody. Obviously, you have your successful Hispanic people, like really successful, really successful Black people, really. But it's so far and few between. Like, so.
And it's like if it was a race, the minorities had to start way behind and try to get to the same destination. Yeah. So.
Which is where the whole white privilege, and people hate to talk about that. If you're white, a lot of people don't like hearing that because. They can come from crazy backgrounds too. That's like, they feel like they didn't have any advantages.
Yeah.
It's not, you could have came from the hood, some crazy poverty thing, and we're not taking that away from you. You went through some crazy stuff that maybe this Hispanic person never had to go through, or this Black person didn't have to go through because they could have been born into a rich family. You never know. The point is, if you were in that place that's really poor and whatever, a lot of violence and a lot of crime, all that kind of stuff, and you feel like you didn't have any advantage. The point is, if your neighbor in that same area is Black or Hispanic, then you are ahead of them. We're not saying you're ahead of every single person because, like I said, if a Black person or Hispanic or Asian is born to a rich family, they're probably ahead of you. But we're talking about the same playing field. You're ahead of them. So if two people come from poverty, one's white, one's Black, you're ahead of them automatically.
You have a better chance of succeeding.
Of getting it out. Yeah. That is the point.
And that's just based on looks and skin color
most of the time. Because, again, people in power are majority white, and you're going to want to connect with that person more than you would want to connect with, someone that's Black or Hispanic
and even
or Asian.
Even not like in a racist way, but like you said, they're familiar and more comfortable with that, so maybe subliminally they see someone white and they're like, they're automatically, to them, they're
automatically more attracted to it.
Yeah, they're like, I guess we'll give this person more of a chance just because.
And it might not even be a conscious thing.
Yeah,
it's a subconscious thing. Again, it's for everything. It's even with like people like, for instance, you see it all the time. If there's Hispanic people here and say someone's doing like a celebrity or whatever's doing really good, a lot of times they're gonna root for that person. I want them to succeed. I want them to be really big. Compared to another person, like if they're against each other. Same thing, if you see a Black person, the Black people typically are going to go for them because they want to, especially now because Black is a big thing right now, which my thing is like, it should be a big thing because that's what we're focusing on right now. And my thing is, everyone is saying like, you know, support black businesses, do this kind of stuff. But that goes all around the board. White people do the same thing, and Asian people do the same thing. They all support each other because, again, like we're saying, you're more comfortable with that. So you're gonna want to see someone that looks like you succeed because
you know how it is to come from a background.
It's just
like
one of those things, and yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, people just need to realize it's an actual issue, and there's a way to get through it.
Yeah, and
just acknowledging it.
And a lot of it too is class warfare too, man.
Yeah.
Like,
well, that's even
because
bigger.
A big issue of it is a lot of people that have money. Well, to stay rich, you keep your money, so you're not gonna want to help out as much as you can.
Yeah.
To the poorer people, and a lot of times they look down on them too, bro.
Oh, for sure.
And like, so that doesn't help anyone rise up. And then at the same time, this also ties in with the whole race thing because there's a lot of laws and there's a lot of different things that help keep minorities in a certain area. Yeah. So that way it's harder for them to succeed.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's even like that. That's why this conversation and this topic is so deep because like it's one of those things too where you can get so deep to the point where it's like, and this is where the white privilege comes in and the advantages come in because these places are segregated.
Yeah.
In a way, on purpose. Like nobody chose to live in the projects. It's not like people strive like I want to move there, but it just so happens
that's all they can afford.
That's where people of color, meaning black, anyone of color, black, Hispanic, of color, that's where a lot of them are compared to white people, and there's a reason for that. It's not because
it wasn't
white
by
people
accident.
are smarter or like whatever. There's an advantage. There's something that was set in stone for this to be this way. It's like they say a lot of white people lived in these poor places now, but they weren't poor back then.
Yeah.
But as soon as black people or Hispanic people moved in, they all left, and then it turned into a bad area.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's not because black people are bad or Hispanics are bad or crazy or, you know, it's even with the gang stuff people bring up. Like, you can't even look at that because it's all messed up. It's all messed up. You know, it's one of those things you can go on forever.
Yeah, but hopefully that 80% and that 20% changes.
Yeah, and I think it will.
It'd be nice to start seeing that go up.
Yeah.
Especially, I think we are seeing Congress like start getting more people of different races.
Yeah, for sure. And this number was actually for basically everything. Anything that's high, like rankings, like in entertainment, in government, in even police chiefs and all that, which that's actually not that bad. There's actually a lot of black people, but there's still an issue. But anyways.
Yeah, police are a different topic for a different day because that's
yeah, it's
crazy.
just a crazy stat, but I feel like it's getting better in that sense where people in power are more diverse, but we need to see it be even more. So yeah, I guess like talking about that ties in with Hispanic people that are working in the fields, obviously, and a lot of them are undocumented. But the funny thing about it is, obviously, since Trump became president, they really enforced like ICE became like even bigger and more like prominent of like getting people out of here. So they kind of halted that though with field workers because obviously we need them
like
to eat.
We need our produce.
We need our produce, our vegetables. Like we need our stuff. So it's funny that it's just funny that we accept them when we need them.
Yeah.
But it's like once it's all over, we don't want you here anymore.
Yeah, just use and abuse them, man. That's what
it's one of those things, which is weird.
And it's funny too because like, well, I'm Hispanic.
Yeah.
So obviously I kind of have like a little bias towards this because you know I see them working hard in the field, I see them making money.
Well, plus you know, and most people know the reason that they're here.
Yeah.
It's not because they're crazy.
They're killers, rapists, or criminals.
Or it's not just because they want to work in the field. Like, it's literally they're trying to make money and support their families.
They're just trying to live a better life, to be honest.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, that's what it really comes down to is...
And that thing that's kind of ironic, too, is that supposedly they're just deporting all the criminals, all the bad people. Mm-hmm. But all the raids...
We have an ice cream guy outside, unfortunately. So if you guys hear that...
Under. Wonder if he's documented or undocumented. But anyways, all the raids are like, they do them in the workplace. And they're deporting all the people that are working and making money. And it's kind of messed up because a lot of people are like saying they're illegal and that they deserve it. But the way I see it is, if you're working and you're contributing to our society, then you shouldn't be deported.
Yeah.
Only if...
My thing is, there just needs to be a better way of becoming a citizen.
Yeah.
Because you can become a citizen, but it
takes years.
It's such a crazy process where it's like, I don't have time.
Yeah, for real.
To wait.
Yeah.
For these, you know?
You got to, like, let's just say it's a life or death situation.
Yeah.
Like, all right, I'm going to chill here for 4 years while this cartel goes ahead and,
exactly.
you know, like, wipes out the town.
So, we're not sponsored or anything. So, anything we talk about company-wise is not an endorsement. But on Netflix, check out Immigration Nation. It has to do with all that and ICE, and there's personal stories on there. And there was this one guy that was a cop it wasn't Mexico, I don't believe. I think it was somewhere else, more down south. But he was in trouble, or people wanted to kill him and his family. He goes to America, and they sent him back. They kept his family there, I think. But they sent him back where his life is in danger. Like, we would, like, I don't know. I just feel like make it, and he was no criminal record, never been stopped by police in America, like nothing crazy. I mean, he was a cop himself back there. So it's like, that's a good guy, you would assume. They're going to send him back to where he can die because obviously, if anyone knows about cartel stuff or anything, they don't mess around.
Yeah,
like,
no, for real.
That's a scary... you don't want that on.
And it could be for any reason, too, just because they want to.
Yeah,
kill you,
exactly.
They'll kill you.
So, I don't know. It's one of those things, it just should be easier. It shouldn't be like you have to go through all this crazy process. Just, am I a good person? You know, like, what am I bringing? Am I bringing just to be a criminal? No, obviously no. But if I'm here to help my family and do this and be a good person, why can't I be here?
Exactly. I agree too, man. And it's not even like a race issue, an immigration issue. I see it like a human rights issue.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, the border is technically an imaginary line that us humans drew up. So, and you know what? I live here in California. The Mexicans are technically here first. We bought it off Mexico. So, I mean, you're sending them, you say go back to Mexico. Technically, this was Mexico. So, like I said, imaginary lines. Let's just treat each other right. And it's also messed up, too, that I've kind of been seeing recently. You know how they're, like, a lot of their children, they're keeping them in cages?
Yeah.
And they're like, it's not.
And they're separating.
Yeah, they're separating.
Like, if you're in a
families.
cage, I mean, if you're in a cage, obviously that's terrible. But at least let me be with my mother or my father.
Yeah.
Like, now you're separating and we're in cages. Like, that's
and the child's gonna have to figure it out on their own.
Yeah.
And
no, it's bad.
And like a lot of people are saying like, oh, Obama's the reason why those cages were built. So like blame him. But the way I see it doesn't matter who started it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if Trump started it, if Obama started it, if George Bush started it.
Yeah.
Let's
matter.
fix it.
And the thing is too,
but
they're saying that though because Obama's black.
Yeah.
And you're assuming, well, if he's black, he has to do everything perfect for people that are minorities because he's a minority. But it's not about, you're only saying that because he's black.
Yeah.
If he was white, you would say, oh, well, go look at Bush, he started it. No, it's not. That's not the point. The point is, it shouldn't be done. So if I become president next time, I should just carry on with it because it was going on in the past. No, I should use my brain and fix it.
That's what I'm saying. Fix it, bro. Like, it doesn't matter who started it. We know it's wrong.
And
let's fix it.
For me, at least personally, I don't care about Trump.
Yeah.
In the sense, like, every time I bash something, I'm bashing Trump. Or every time I'm bigging up something, I'm bigging up Obama. No. I don't care who the face is. At the end of the day, I want things to be what I perceive to be a good life. Like, a good way of doing things. I don't care who it is. Because they're all published at the end of the day anyways.
Yeah.
They're just the face of America or United States of America for 4 years or 8 years, and then it's someone else. And so, yeah, it's a deep issue.
Yeah. And,
you know.
Free those children.
Hopefully.
Save the children, you know?
Yeah.
I see that hashtag a lot, save the children.
Well, there's also, but also that's tied into?
Huh.
That's also tied into, like pedophiles?
Yeah.
In Hollywood. And stuff like that. And that goes to Jeffrey Epstein. That goes all this stuff. And that's another crazy conversation because...
You want to talk about that in a little bit?
Why?
You want to talk about it right now?
Well, what do you want to talk about?
Well, it's fine. We can talk about it right now.
Well, I was gonna say because, obviously people with power, they start getting an ego.
Yeah.
Or they've always had it maybe, and they just end up but like.
Well, they get to actually flex it.
Yeah, and obviously in Hollywood, there's been all these rumors forever about people being crazy, in the sense of abusing their power pretty much.
Yeah.
Especially men, obviously, because I don't know, men are.
Well, they've been empowered longer.
Yeah,
and higher positions.
In higher positions.
That's why a lot of it
men
is
are just like, they're. What does Joe Rogan say? They're more like predators, kind of, in the sense of like they're more for like they're here to breed.
Yeah.
That's why guys have tendencies of like that's what they think about or whatever.
Like when they say you're thinking with the wrong head all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's and girls they say don't think that same way. Yeah, it's just one of those things where like obviously you've seen Harvey Weinstein, R. Kelly, Jeffrey Epstein, all these people. I mean he wasn't.
Even what was that guy? I forgot his name. He was like on that Baby Driver.
Baby Driver?
Yeah.
The movie?
Yeah.
I didn't hear about that.
The main actor. Well, he.
The main actor?
No, not the main actor. He was one of the main actors, but.
There was.
He was on the House of Cards.
Oh, Kevin Costner.
Nah, it's not Kevin Costner. Is it Kevin Costner?
Is it Kevin Costner?
No. Yeah, I think so.
If it's not Kevin Costner, I apologize.
We don't want to put the wrong name.
Yeah.
But wasn't he like abusing
about,
like underage guys?
Like a guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like that kind of stuff. So there's supposedly there's like this, darker secret of like people in Hollywood just doing this, and it's like a known thing, which is crazy because most people. I mean, I don't know. You would assume most people think that's weird, and are not into.
Yeah.
Kids or whatever.
The vast majority of people.
But for some reason, it seems like Hollywood is. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Like if you're a little crazy up top. They probably buy so much stuff that like eventually satisfy them.
Eventually they're like, well, what's next? That'll make me happy.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
But they also say the most creative people or whatever are a little crazy.
Yeah.
And so maybe the best actors and musicians and whatever they're into stuff that we think is weird. But I don't know. But that's a crazy thing too, and that's another thing that was tying in with. Save the Children, though. I've seen that, which is crazy. Pizzagate or something like that.
Yeah, Pizzagate too. I think. What was that? Like politicians, they were like buying children.
Yeah, and there's a lot of weird stuff.
They were buying children.
There's a lot of weird stuff.
Calling them pizzas or like
Washington
something like that.
football team owner. He was. I don't know what happened with
Dan
that though.
Snyder.
Yeah. That was like news into like.
I don't know about underage, but he was mistreating his female employees. Like,
but he was trafficking, I thought.
Was he trafficking?
Well, I thought they were trying to tie him into that. I don't know.
No, I think the media was trying.
Because there were, I don't know. There's a lot of jokes about too with Wayfair saying he was like a part owner in Wayfair or something like that.
Yeah, and then what happened with Wayfair too? That
well, their furniture was like.
It was named after children that were missing.
Yeah.
And like they were selling like cabinets and.
With the kid in it.
No, that was the joke, obviously.
Well, no, they're saying, that could be it. Like, you're naming it these things, but it's.
I don't think they sent you a cabinet with the kid. I think they just got you the kid.
like you don't get the cabinet?
No, you don't get the cabinet.
Oh, I would.
But it was like $10,000 for a cabinet, supposedly.
I mean, I would need the cabinet though.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess. But
you can't. I mean, how are you gonna send the kid?
Imagine you buy a cabinet and you get a kid and you're like, what the heck is this?
That would be crazy.
But. Yeah, man, I don't think they were sending the kids in the cabinet. Because I don't think they send cabinets built.
That's true. That's true. You have to build it normally. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so I don't know. But if there is weird stuff going on in Hollywood, that should be addressed.
Yeah.
That needs to be fixed somehow. But again, politicians are weird too. And they're the ones that run things. And Hollywood.
Yeah, it's just... In general, man, it's messed up.
Yeah, and then Jeffrey Epstein, obviously, his island and all that stuff. Yeah. They're trying to do some weird stuff, and his girlfriend or whatever. Yeah, I don't know, but
bro, and then not even just like politicians and like famous people. It seems kind of like everything in general. They're trying to like soften their stance on pedophilia. Have you seen that? Like, well, I guess we could talk about that show, Cuties on Netflix.
Yeah.
But like not only that, but like they're trying to say that how the LGBTQT is like like they're trying to get equal rights.
Mhm.
I guess people that are into little kids, they're trying to say
get equal rights too.
Yeah, they're trying
I've
to
seen
equal
that.
rights
And
as
that's
well.
where in my brain I'm thinking, okay, well, where do we draw the line?
Yeah.
Like, when is it like you don't need rights for everything? There
Yeah.
needs to be some laws.
Yeah,
some...
no, I think that is where we draw the line. Definitely.
Well, I mean, like, but no, I agree.
But you're saying like
Just
it's a disease in their head or what?
Well, my thing is like, okay, I think gay people are like they're gay, like they're born that way. You know, like it's not like I wake up and I'm like, you know what, I just want to go against everything and.
I mean, technically they might be like that too.
No, I think there are people like that too, especially women. I think more men, just the way men treat other men, are less likely to be like, I'm just gonna be gay because it's like I want to do it because.
Or maybe publicly at least.
Men are more like against it, especially traditionally and all that kind of stuff. So it's like
machoism,
and you'll get like beat up, or it's like women. It's not normally like that. So, but
well, I guess women are probably more public about it.
They're more public and it's more accepted. Like think of it like, okay, you see two guys kissing in a bar, right? A lot of people, even if you're not against gay people, you don't want to see it though. It's like I don't want to see it.
That's true.
But if you see two girls, people are all partying. It's like, hey, it's all crazy, it's fun. It's like.
So, and then too, like you were saying, like let's just like obviously if I see two guys kissing, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I want to go beat them up. But there are people that would that would either meet them outside later on and try to want to fight them, or they'd harass them the whole night, telling them to get out.
Yeah, exactly.
And then those same people, if they saw women kissing,
they would be
like
all good.
Yeah, they'd be
like whatever. They'd actually probably promote it, like they want to see it.
I know that.
And so my point to that though is, like, what were we talking about?
We're talking about we're talking about Cuties on Netflix.
Well, you started talking about it being more accepted.
Yeah,
they're trying to make it.
Yeah, they're trying. Me not saying but that
people that are into it.
Yeah, are trying to make it more accepted.
Yeah, and I was saying the line thing. So yeah, my thing is, where do you draw the line? Because obviously that should be the line drawn. But where do you say something is? Like my thing is, again, even with killers or whoever, like. I don't think I think you have an actual issue. Like, I don't think you're just into kids and you're a weirdo. Like, you are, it is weird.
Yeah.
But you have an issue.
You have an underlying issue in your head.
It's an actual problem that you are attracted to this. Same thing with, like, being a killer. I don't think you just wake up and you're a normal person, but you're a killer. I think, and I mean a killer, not just someone that's defending their family and kill somebody. I mean, like, you are
just like
a serial killer, like, you have an actual issue. And that's where I always talk to people about, like, well, are they actually criminals?
Yeah.
Like, if you're a pedophile, are you a criminal? Like, you're a bad person, or you literally are not fully there, and you need to be, like, taken care of? And that.
Yeah, you just
what I mean,
because, just because you're guilty, I guess, doesn't, you know how they say have the insanity plea?
Yeah.
Like, just because you are doing something wrong, it might not be your fault.
Yeah, it might not be your fault.
But it's not okay to do it.
It's definitely not okay to do it. But it, like, I always look at jail or something as like, you did something knowing it was bad, but you still did it.
Yeah.
And you can be a pedophile and know it's bad, and you still did it. But it's like, it could be hard to fight an urge that you have, that you just naturally have. There. Like, you know what I mean? So that's where it's for me. It's like, I'm obviously against it. Don't take this like the weird way.
You're pro underage.
I'm just talking about, like, how do we deal with those people?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Like,
should we send them to jail?
Are they?
And then this is how it kind of ties in with that documentary Cuties.
No, it's a movie.
Movie Cuties.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
And I haven't seen it, but
all we saw was a trailer.
Yeah.
It was a trailer for it, and I guess
the trailer alone looks crazy.
Yeah. I guess the guy that made it, he wanted to bring attention to, like, young girls, like, using social media and, like, all their influences that they see to start doing crazier stuff, like twerking and stuff like that when they're younger.
Wait,
and
so
how it affects them.
So he had a good intention.
Yeah.
But it came out weird.
But it's, well, just the clip that we saw, it was like the little kids dancing all weird
sexually.
and like provocatively.
Yeah, and I don't know, so I didn't really see both sides, but I can see people saying, well, you're looking at it sexually.
Yeah. But
well, I'm not though.
Yeah.
Because if you're shaking your butt or something, obviously I guess I am looking at that sexually, but that's just what it is. If you're shaking your butt,
it is technically a dance.
Yeah. But it is sexually, and I'm gonna say that because I mean, I don't know. it's sexually. There's no like, well, you're looking at it weird. No, there's no looking at it weird. It is weird.
Yeah.
You don't want. My thing is, you wouldn't want your kids to be on the internet shaking their butt.
Yeah, for everyone to see. Yeah.
All that stuff. And wearing, you know, like, to me, it's common sense. Yeah. There's no.
But I guess, yeah, like I said, in his way, he made, I guess, the movie as not authentic, but I guess, I mean, maybe he did it like shockingly so people can see like, hey, this is actually going on. But you still used minors to dance like that, all weird. Yeah. And that's pretty weird. And then, like, obviously the people that are into that stuff are gonna watch it because it has kids.
It's gonna be right up their alley.
Yeah.
This is like a. They don't have to go search the dark web or some weird stuff. Or like this is
an intro to their weird
mainstream
stuff.
media. Yeah. I can just watch Netflix now and be what I'm into. Like, no. And my main issue is, even if he had good intentions and trying to bring awareness to it, my thing is, okay, well, don't put it on Netflix.
Yeah.
Because this should be an adult only. Because my thing is, the reason I'm saying is because if kids watch this, they're not understanding the meaning.
Yeah,
these kids on here were super young. They weren't like they were 16, 17, like they were young.
Yeah,
so my
like
thing
10
is,
and 12 years old.
If they were that age, like, you know,
watching
your
it,
niece, like whoever is that age, or your own kids, they're not gonna look at it and be like, "Oh, this is really deep. Like, kids shouldn't be doing it." Like, no, they're gonna be like, "Well, that dance looks cool and fun," and they're gonna start doing it.
Yeah, and they got them on TV
because
a movie.
It's just a movie. So for them, it's just a movie. To this guy that made it, he's trying to bring awareness to something.
Yeah,
but it wasn't executed properly.
Yeah, definitely not.
It just wasn't.
And I'm not gonna watch it, man. Like,
yeah, I'm good.
That trailer alone, I was just like, all right, we didn't even want to finish watching it.
The trailer alone, I don't know if that was a trailer. We saw a little clip on Twitter, but that alone was nothing but
the little kids
dancing in a weird way.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't even like, what is the story about? Like, I don't know.
Well, yeah,
it was just them dancing.
Yeah, that's true. But that's what I think it was. That was about supposedly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really want to watch it anyways.
So people were trying to boycott Netflix, and I'm not gonna boycott Netflix. I mean, I don't know. It's a serious topic, but it's. I don't know.
Is it then? The right to express yourself too. But I guess what I'm gonna ask you is, if you had a 12 or 10-year-old daughter, would you let her be on there?
No.
To make money?
No. Definitely not. Like,
yeah.
See, there's definitely lines.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
My kid's gonna be 8 years old and cussing all crazy in a comedy. I mean,
probably.
That's not as bad, because I think kids are funny that cuss in comedies.
Yeah.
But.
And you can teach them that there's right times where they can't cuss.
You're doing this because this is your job, and this is something that's like, you're not exploiting yourself.
Yeah.
You're just saying some words that really we gave meaning to that deemed bad. You showing off your body, and I know again we're in an age where women can do what they want with their bodies and OnlyFans and all that kind of stuff. But there's also an age for that.
Yeah. Once you're over 18, once you know more what you're doing.
Yeah. Then you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
I'm not against you being, a porn star or whatever you want to do. Cool. As long as you're the right age.
Yeah. And at least that way you're more developed.
You're more developed.
And you know more of what you want in life. Not as much, but.
And it's your. Obviously.
It's your decision.
And obviously I don't want my daughter to ever do anything like that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I can't stop her. If she's 25 years old and wants to do her own thing, it's like, okay.
Yeah. You're your own person.
Yeah. So.
Just be happy and be safe.
Yeah. It's one of those things when now we're bringing our kids into it to whatever his point was. I don't care what his point was. Because, again, we're bringing kids into something that they shouldn't be in. And that's with anything. With anything. Even if it's just like drugs or anything like that. Like, obviously, you don't just give your kids drugs. Because there's a reason, obviously. There's a reason you can't drink. There's a reason you can't smoke. There's a reason you shouldn't be able to just shake your body around, and
it's because it's harmful to yourself.
Yeah.
And the reason that I guess underage person exploiting themselves in a sexual way is harmful to them because it normalizes that behavior.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're at a younger age, they think it's okay, and they can face a lot more problems.
Yeah. And we still live in an age where women especially, there's high chances of, I forget the numbers, but it's like 1 in 2 or 1 in 3 get some type of, not raped, but they get like not even molested, but like sexually assaulted or harassed, it's a crazy number. So,
or even just pressured into
being
a
more
crazy
normalized,
situation.
and you thinking, oh well, I'm not 10 years old, I'm in this movie, I can just do it in the streets too because I'm innocent, I'm not thinking nothing of it, and I'm just doing it. But then a creep comes by, and he snatches you up or something. It's like, it's just bad all around.
Hey, and then like I said, it's becoming a little. They're trying to normalize it more. Mm-hmm. And did you guys see that clip of that little girl? She was at a restaurant with her mom and some other lady or two ladies, and then it looks like they're arguing or talking to some person like off screen, and then he just runs in and tries to snatch the kid.
Yeah,
and
I didn't see that one.
And then this guy gets them in the gets the guy in the chokehold, the accuser, or no, the guy trying to abduct the kid.
Guy,
trying to abduct the kid, and they call the cops. And like, I don't know if that was common back in the day, but it seems like it's becoming more publicized. Yeah, at least.
Well, so, I think this is what I think. I think it's for sure always been a thing.
Yeah,
and that's what also. And again, you guys will understand my thinking one day, but I need to make sure to clarify because you guys don't think I'm supporting anything.
You're just some creep. Yeah.
But that goes into my brain thinking, well, if this has always been a thing, you know how like laws and all that kind of stuff, it's really fake. It's really stuff we created.
Yeah.
Like sleeping with kids or the stuff is, you're not born just knowing that. Yeah. That's a law. Right, like it's something that people come around it to accept together.
That civilized people have made. Yeah.
So, but if this has always been a thing in the brain, right?
Yeah.
Just like being gay or anything, it's like maybe it is normal.
Yeah, I guess
because like it's normal in the sense where it's like, I don't know. That's where it gets really confusing because it's like if it's been a thing
since way back in the day,
thousands of years ago, hundreds of years ago, whatever you want to say.
Well, dude, look at all the priests, like the Catholic priests, like that's been going on for years.
Yeah, and obviously, at the end of the day, even if it's a normal thing, like it just happens in people's brains, you still have to protect them because they're innocent at the end of the day.
Because it's not their fault that someone else has these urges,
and they don't have those urges yet.
Yeah,
like a lot of time, unless they're teenagers, but like not with this creepy 30, 40-year-old guy. Obviously, it's like,
or just like you said, the person that's older knows so much more than a person that's way younger. Not even like, even if we're just talking about like someone older and someone else that's younger, that much experience in life can help them persuade the other person because they're still kind of blind in life.
Exactly.
So that's just,
even if it's consensual, it's still not okay.
Yeah, that's just insane because it's a big difference.
Yeah.
And that can scar someone. That can scar a child permanently.
Permanently.
And it changes their life. Yeah. Not just in the craziest ways. Yeah. And it's crazy too because there was a law or an ordinance passed in California, SB 145, that it's kind of weird because I guess before it was passed, you could be, let me read what the USA Today said. It says you could be an 18-year-old male convicted of having oral or anal sex with a 17-year-old male, and automatically you would be registered as a sex offender. But at the same time, if you were a 24-year-old male and you had sex with a 15-year-old, it's up to the judges to decide whether that was automatic.
Yeah, which is crazy to me. Yeah. It's crazy on both ends. The old law or whatever it was with the 18 and 17, that one's crazy because you can be in school together. Yeah. So now we're in a relationship where
you could have been 15, or you're 16 and she's 15.
And then as you get older, it's like now we're not okay to be together. Yeah. That's where it's weird. So I don't fully agree with that.
But see, that's where the thing was. It was up to the judge to decide whether that was okay. But now, and then for gay people or for male to male, it was automatically if it was okay. Like let's just say the judge says it's okay.
18 to 17.
Yeah, because they grew up. Yeah. Then if it was two guys, they would automatically be registered as a sex offender.
Oh, so this was strictly being gay or not?
Yeah, so this was a whole gay issue.
Oh, got you. So if you're a male and a female, 18, 17, it's up to the judge. Yeah. But if you're guy and a guy or girl and a girl,
it would automatically be, you would automatically be labeled as a sex offender.
Okay. So yeah, that's actually crazy.
Yeah, but the crazy thing is it's still up to the judge to decide whether you're a sex offender or not.
Yeah, I think the ages need to be adjusted.
And that's why people too, are saying that this is like a pro pedophile law, because I think they just think that, oh, well, you're not gonna be labeled a sexual predator, so this is.
Yeah. Well, see, I feel like they should have kept it your automatic.
Yeah.
But for everybody.
Yeah.
Not just if you're gay. Because that's just dumb.
Yeah, so either or. If you keep it automatic, then do it for all of them.
They do it for everybody.
If it's not automatic, then...
Just adjust the age. But I think if you're 18, 17, that's not that bad to me. Because my thing is, like you're saying, if you were in high school and you got with somebody that was 15 and you're 16 and you've stayed together all the way until you're 18 and 17, okay, I could still be in high school. But say I'm not. Say I graduated at 18 and she's still in high school and she's 17.
Or
what does that mean?
Yeah, what if you're both 18 and one graduated earlier? Because I think by a certain time...
My thing is, what does that mean?
Yeah.
If we're in a relationship and it was okay. Now that we just grew up together, now it's not okay for 1 year.
Or like, let's just say you're like a week apart.
Yeah.
Your birthdays. So technically one is 17, one's 18.
I just feel like that just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. So I mean, it's crazy. But at the same time too, I don't know, man. It's it's kind of weird.
Yeah. I feel like, but then again, I don't think you should be 29 and be with a 17-year-old.
Yeah, no, definitely.
But if you were 18,
yeah.
17, I feel like that's okay.
Yeah.
In my brain, I could be crazy. You guys can roast me.
So is 18, 16 okay? What if you?
See, well, that's the thing. That could work. Because that could work too.
You could have been 14 and 16.
She was 14. I was 16. We grew up together. Yeah. Eventually, there needs to be a cap, obviously, and that comes to where's the line.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm an idiot. I don't know where the line's at. Yeah. I just feel like. Yeah, I don't know, because in high school, and for me personally, when I was still in high school, there was a 2-year gap.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's crazy. But this is why I don't make laws. Because this is tough. That's why I'm not a judge, because I can't decide these kind of things.
It is tough. Because I need to know more about you.
Yeah.
I need to know if you guys were together before.
Yeah.
Because if you're older, if you're 19 and you've been out of school, okay, well, why are you around high schoolers?
Yeah.
Like, why are you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
It's almost weird. I don't know.
But I guess the important thing about this is not everything is just black and white.
Definitely.
There's a lot of gray areas in life.
Yeah. With any deep subject.
With anything, yeah.
With anything, like...
Yeah, it's crazy. That's why, like, you can't just go into life thinking that there's
good
and bad.
Yeah.
It's just everyone has different views.
And we have to just try to come together and think, what is the best view for everybody overall? Because there has to be laws. They're just, they need to make sense, and they don't all make sense.
And speaking of stuff not making sense, did you hear about, I think it was in Edgewater. Well, anyways, the website's called North Jersey, and it says it's in Edgewater, so wherever that is. But a 6th grader was suspended after showing what turned out to be a toy gun on video during his virtual learning class. After the teacher saw the gun during the morning session, the student was locked out of Zoom, and the police responded to the boy's home. The superintendent confirmed there was an incident Thursday morning with a plastic toy gun. The superintendent said they followed proper procedures to investigate what happened. And it says, right now we have taken the action of suspension and he won't be allowed back on Zoom for now until it is further investigated. And then the father went ahead on record, but he didn't want to go public with his name because he didn't want his kid being harassed.
Yeah.
Because you know how adults
go crazy.
You know how adults go crazy. But he said, my son was on Zoom for class. He had his toy gun. That's not acceptable, naturally. But I'm taking issue with the teacher who didn't find out more about it. The teacher didn't do anything but call the police and escalated the situation. Like, especially, like, you're not going to shoot someone.
I mean...
Like, if you're in Zoom.
Well, that's my thing is... Okay.
And then, hold on. Before we go any further, it says the father confirmed the police did show up to the house to investigate, which he found surprising. Then they left without incident. He said the gun the boy handled was a white and orange Nerf gun, although there was another one, black and orange, on his desk. The teacher did not call the police, but rather notified the school teacher. Who's Babauta? Now I'm going back and forth on this. Okay, anyways, all right. So the superintendent said that the teacher did not call the police, but they told the school district, and the school district followed policy and called the police. The school attendant said the gun she saw appeared to be black. And the reason the 6th grader had the toy gun during class When the teacher asked him what he had in his hand, he hid it because he thought he was in trouble. And the teacher told him to put it away, and then he was kicked out of the Zoom class.
I hate this whole thing.
And of course, a kid, like, they're gonna panic because.
Well, my thing is, okay, if you see a black gun, I mean, if you see a white and orange, obviously that's fake. She's saying she's seen a black gun.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. My thing is, if it was black and orange, maybe you only seen the black.
They showed a picture of it. It was a black gun with a green top. But yeah, like the bottom of the handle.
Angle, it looked maybe real. My thing is, why are you automatically calling all these district, offices, and then police getting involved? My thing is, call the parent.
Yeah, that's true.
We're on Zoom. Can you tell your mom or your dad to come real quick?
Yeah, hey, this kid has a gun. He's going to shoot himself. But instead of calling someone that's actually there to stop him from shooting himself, let's call the police.
I don't get that.
Yeah.
My thing is, call the parents.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know or what is that in his, okay.
Random kid, he has a gun on him in class. Like, go save him. Go take it away from him. Instead, they call the police.
I just feel like it was, like, blown up. For what?
Yeah. And they're saying the kid could have had a record on him if the cops actually did file, charges against him, and that would have been on his school record and his his life record, and that would have already messed him up for. Yeah, that's already setting up.
It's one of those things where it's just going too far. But again, I mean, I don't know. If it was a real gun, then obviously we'd be praising her, in a way, probably. I don't know.
Yeah, she stopped a kid from doing something.
At the end of the day, I mean, I don't know. I don't really blame her fully because
she might have been following procedure
in the moment of whatever, and you think it's a real gun, maybe, I don't know, and you do that, cool. It's one of the things now that it happened and getting all the details, you can look back and be like, well, you should have did this, should have did that.
Yeah, but it's always easier to say after the fact.
You don't know, so I don't fully blame her. I don't blame her at all, but it's just like. It's just funny. I don't know.
Yeah, it's messed up though.
Yeah.
And then that kid's gonna grow up being like, man, I hate the school.
Yeah.
I hate the school. Hopefully he doesn't grow up thinking that cops suck too, because this is another topic, man. A lot of people say that all cops are bad, all cops aren't bad.
Well, that's where it gets interesting.
But see, these cops, they didn't charge the kid with anything. Yeah. They understood that it was a toy gun.
Well, he was white.
No, I think the kid was black too, which makes things worse because. Yeah. Like, they're going to say that, if it was a white kid, the teacher might not have went and called the cops on him. So.
Yeah. Because, again, you're going to assume he's black. That might be a real gun now.
Yeah. Because
it's laying around and irresponsible parents, all that kind of stuff. And if he was white, it has to be fake.
The teacher might not automatically assume. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. It's just a crazy time we're living in right now, bro.
Yeah. And it's never going to be perfect. That's... Obviously. But I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, there's always going to be these weird things that happen. And I don't know.
Yeah, it's insane. And since we're talking about weird times right now, 2020 has been crazy with the whole COVID and every month.
Well, everything.
Yeah.
I feel like every other week or every month, there's a new big deal thing.
Yeah, and then being here in California... there's lots of fires going on. There's fires in Oregon and there's fires in Washington. But
the whole West Coast.
What was that stat that you saw?
Burning.
That Oregon had 500,000 people evacuate?
There was 500,000 people evacuating in Oregon because of the fire. And we did some research, people.
Or not just research, but today or last night they posted that was false. That they over-exaggerated the numbers.
By not... a couple thousand, 50,000, but by hundreds.
Yeah, like thousand. What, 460,000 pretty much? That
apparently there's only 40,000.
Estimates since they don't have
for sure. But the estimates, I mean, it's not 500,000.
Yeah,
not even 4, not even 3, not even 2, not even 1. So
we were gonna talk about like
how crazy that was.
That so many people are being evacuated,
and apparently it's not true. So
just a big old city of people. Like, where are they gonna go?
Yeah, and I don't know who gets these numbers, who says this, but whoever said 500,000 is
they're insane.
They were looking for sympathy or something. Yeah. I don't know.
Or I think they were looking like the amount of land they saw. They thought there was a lot of people living there, but it's kind of like out in the cuts and everything. Yeah. But that goes to show maybe
40 or like what? That's not even close.
Like 10%.
Oh my gosh.
Less than 10%. Yeah, dude, that was crazy. So that was a whole topic we were going to talk about, but hey, things update. since we're a weekly show, that's kind of good. We kind of get to learn more about the facts.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but the fires are still crazy. Even if it's only 40,000, it's not only because 40,000 is still a lot of people that got to move.
And it's the whole West Coast from Washington to California too.
And from the top to the bottom, like it's California at least. I don't know about the other states, but California, there's fires from the top, there's fires down to the bottom, and it's crazy. Yeah. Especially when some of them are dumb people starting them themselves.
Yeah.
Or accidents.
Like the freaking the one in San Bernardino, sorry. The gender reveal.
Yeah. But at least that was an accident. But there's some people that are supposedly intentionally, which is
like the big surf fire.
Come on, man, that's just messed up.
Yeah. Especially
and you're not realizing how much you're affecting, not just the people that got to evacuate or actually die or lose their house, but you're affecting. I mean, for one, we need trees.
Yeah.
We need wildlife to be good.
Exactly.
For us to be good.
All the animals that live there.
Yeah,
all
just you're affecting
the whole
so
ecosystem.
Much.
And then, like, even now, we're away from the fires, but it's been cloudy.
And this is a good day.
It's been cloudy for, 3 weeks?
Yeah, it's been bad.
Or not even cloudy, smoky?
Yeah, smoky, ash. But this is a good day. There's been days recently where you walk outside and it's orange.
Yeah, it looks orange. Apocalyptic.
It looks crazy. Yeah. It doesn't look like that today, but it is cloudy or smoky.
And then the people that work outside, shout out to them. Yeah, they got to be working in all this bad.
I mean, and just the firefighters.
Yeah,
and the people that are having to fight this
unnecessarily.
Yeah, for some that are just unnecessary.
Yeah, man,
it's crazy. And this is again conspiracy. Every year, we get these fires. It's interesting.
Yeah, it's crazy.
My thing is, I want to look at the history of California. Were we always getting these fires? Because I feel like this is within the last 5 to 8 years where it's like every year we get these. Fire. So
it's crazy when there's like a fire here and then it's flooding somewhere else in California.
No, it is.
And then there's like a tornado. Yeah. Like, dude, there's been times where we're going through like 4 different. Like,
that's why California's so crazy.
Yeah.
Because you get a little bit of everything. And they say climate change has to do with it, which it probably does.
Yeah, it has a big factor for sure.
But at the same time, when people are intentionally doing something, that's not climate change. Yeah. That is the fact that we're just dumb.
Yeah.
But it is dry, and obviously California's been in a drought a couple times, and
we're out of the drought right now, but it's not like we're like super.
Yeah, it's not super good. You can still look at lakes or whatever, and they're not as high as they used to be.
Yeah.
Or reservoir, like they're not as high as they used to be. So we're not where we should be, but we're better.
Yeah, and then I know you wanted to talk about Biden's tax plan.
Yeah, well, I just thought that was interesting because obviously.
Did you want to read through it real quick, or do you want me to read
through it?
Well,
my thing is, so obviously he wants to tax people.
He wants
that
to tax
are above
the
the
rich.
400,000 mark, which is good because, as we all know, people that aren't business owners or really successful business owners, you don't get to jump through these loopholes to make your taxes drop or whatever to where
pay charities and stuff like that, and it counts as a tax.
So, and if you are, I mean, shout out to you because you're a successful business. But
whether you earned it or you were born into it, you didn't choose to be born into it.
Regardless, shout out to you because that's cool to own a business and all that. But at the same time, you'd have to understand the other end of it's not fair if you're not paying your proper taxes because everyone needs to pay their taxes.
Yeah.
Whether or not. So the fact that Amazon, I forget, it was something crazy, didn't have to pay anything or whatever it was. Insane, it's bro. Like you're making billions of dollars.
Yeah, Jeff
Bezos is crazy.
Yeah.
So my thing is
the most successful company doesn't have to pay taxes.
Yeah. And Apple, like all these companies, and I love Apple. And I love Amazon. I love all these companies. But you gotta be fair. Because, you're thriving in an extreme way. I don't think we should take that away from you. But,
especially during this COVID time where there's people that aren't even able to work, but they still got to pay rent. I mean, and they still got to pay all this.
Yeah.
And they're not making any money.
Yeah. I'm not the person that thinks like, oh, well, if we just took, all the richest people in America at least, they can make everybody give a little bit to everybody.
Yeah.
No, because you earned that. It was your business. You earned it. But at the same time, at least pay your proper stuff. Yeah. And anyway, so the Biden thing is he wants to obviously make sure that stuff actually gets taxed and use it for something. And the number is $3.2 trillion over the next decade is what he plans to be able to raise because of the taxing. So if you were able to use that tax money and use it for like, childcare because obviously, you know, people need to be able to live their dreams and do things that they want to do. And if they sometimes they can't because they have no help with their kids. As far as like they can't afford childcare, so then they got to use family members to, you know, take care of them when maybe they want to go do something.
Yeah, that interferes with their life.
It interferes with their life and interferes with your life because maybe you can't really pursue what you're trying to do because you have to focus on your kids. And obviously you're going to choose your kids over
your extracurricular activities or
and
your
that
life.
Directly affects the kids because maybe you could have been making $100,000 a year, $200,000, whatever, doing your dream. Now you're making less than 50 or 50, and your kid suffers because they don't get to live the life that you wanted them to live. So
and you suffer too because you might be at a job that you don't want to be at.
You're not happy fully. Yeah. And so that's good for that. Healthcare, people want free healthcare. COVID-19, I mean, any year, but especially this year because it's like a big.
This year proves that we need some kind of healthcare
because not everybody can afford it. Also, education. You know that people want free education too, and that's only going to help the country as a whole if we're smarter.
Yeah.
The more we know, the more we can be into medicine, be into whatever it is.
Or even if it's just dumb jobs that like aren't necessary, but hey, at least that provides entertainment to people.
No, exactly. No matter what it is, it's better for smarter. So yeah. So all the money that we can collect from taxes and stuff from the top 1% would help dramatically or drastically.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I guess I'd have to ask you, Matt. I think you might know where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
But I guess if you were a company and you were making over $400,000, would you want to pay more in taxes?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Me personally, I would, just because I'm not so tied to money like some people are, or like I guess I don't know. But I would only because for that reason. There's like I want everyone to succeed and win. I don't need to have billions of dollars in my bank account. If I can have just say 1 billion, or say I could have 50 billion.
Damn.
But instead I choose to take 1 billion, and that 49 billion I can spread across whoever and make them whatever. I'd be more happier with that because now a lot of people are winning, especially family wise and friend wise. Like now we're all winning. I'm over here with 50 billion and you're over here with 50,000 a year, 75,000. Like that's whack.
Yeah.
In my opinion, but
damn. I'm not even making that much. I think
I'm making whatever you're making. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
no, I get it. And I guess since you're probably gonna ask me right now if I had to,
so how would you feel?
Yeah, exactly. If you care about my opinion, I guess maybe I wouldn't be happy about it, but if I could afford it, then I probably would do it.
Yeah.
But these companies, they're not even being taxed, right? The ones that are going to be targeted anyways.
Apparently they're not, and obviously that's just going off what's said because I don't know. I didn't look at their history, taxes.
We're not their financial advisors.
Know, but I believe it because I just believe it.
Yeah, like it's not the craziest thing you can hear.
And I think it's public information. Like if you wanted to, you could really dig into and see like things aren't adding up.
If you're smarter than us.
Yeah. Yeah. And for me, I get it too. At the same time, if there's loopholes, everyone tries to find loopholes. People don't want to take the longest route. People want to take the quickest route because why would you want to take the longest route? Yeah. So I get why people do it and stuff, but let's just be fair at the end of the day.
That's true, man. Well, I guess that's all the serious talk. That's all the normal topics, celebrity topics, just the random topics. We're going into the sports talk section.
Yeah.
Where we're going to be talking about sports, but I guess we can lead into it since we're talking about money. Yeah, since we're talking about money, we could. I guess the topic of this one is Canelo Alvarez. He sued promoter DAZN. He sued De La Hoya, and he sued Golden Boy Promotions. Let me read up this quick little article.
And since we're talking about a lot of money, this is also a lot of money.
Yeah, exactly. So let's see. It says Canelo Alvarez has filed a federal lawsuit claiming breaches of contract by streaming service DAZN, Golden Boy Promotions, and its CEO Oscar De La Hoya, and is seeking $280 million, which is a good amount. Yeah. that's what I'm seeking too. Is $280.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah. But it says the lawsuit was filed in the U.S. District Court in LA. It claims the promoter and online service didn't live up to the terms of Alvarez's 11-fight, $365 million agreement made 2 years ago.
Which actually I don't think is that good.
Yeah. 11 fights, $365 million? Doesn't Mayweather make like 240 in like one fight?
Yeah. I mean, it's still good, obviously. I'll take that, but
For like
I don't
athletes?
think it's that good.
Yeah.
Because he's not. He's one of the biggest.
Yeah, he
So-
is like one of the biggest
Yeah.
right now. And Mayweather, what do you make, like 240?
He made something crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, Conor
Yeah.
alone made an insane amount for his one fight against Mayweather.
Yeah, like about 30 million.
So, I don't know. I just don't feel like
Yeah, now that we really
it's almost
talk
like they
about the
underpaid
numbers.
him.
Yeah.
But this is 2 years
And they're
ago.
still underpaid. They underpaid
Yeah,
the underpaid.
the underpaid.
He probably thought he was going to fight a bunch of scrubs in one
Yeah.
big fight. I don't know.
That's crazy.
But yeah, and Alvarez, one of boxing's most popular fighters, has not fought this year due to the coronavirus pandemic, which is kind of understandable. His last fight was in November, and let's see, let's go down a little bit more. Alvarez has been unhappy with how negotiations have gone for future opponents and persons. His representatives have said he is eager to fight this year, but that Golden Boy had failed to line up any bouts that would pay him the $35 million per fight. So they're pretty much not trying to pay him that $35 million by making him fight scrubs or fighters that aren't expensive. This lawsuit arises from the breach of the single largest contract in the history of boxing and one of the largest in all the sports. After extended discussions between the parties, DAZN offered to pay Alvarez and Golden Boy Promotions a fraction of the contracted $40 million license fee in cash and some DAZN stock in advance of a potential IPO. However, the entire value of the package for a bout against another world champion was substantially less than Alvarez's contractual agreement.
I feel like even if it
says he's fought 3 of the 11 fights under his deal. What were you saying?
No, I feel like even if it is the same amount, the value's the same, I don't want your stock.
Yeah, I know.
I want the actual money.
It's like, I don't want your stock because I am your stock.
Yeah. like that doesn't make any sense. Even if it was the actual amount.
Yeah.
I wanted...
cash.
I don't know the contract, obviously, but I'm assuming we're talking about, physical money.
And give me some of your stock.
Yeah. I don't want you to give me 300 and whatever million worth of stock.
Yeah.
That's not what they were doing, but I'm just saying, I want the money.
Yeah. And, so he said since November, so it's been a year, and I can see him maybe winning this too because the UFC, they have been putting on fights.
Yeah.
So it's not like boxing couldn't say they couldn't have found out a way to do it because there was a way to do it.
Yeah.
MMA has shown.
Yeah, they've shown.
Basketball started. Football started. Baseball started.
Yeah.
Golf.
So it looks like they just couldn't afford them.
Yeah.
It looks like they bought something without having the money.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. They put it on a
a
loan.
credit card or something. They got a loan.
And they're trying to make the payments on the
and
card.
they were trying to bank on themselves of getting the money over time, and they just didn't get the amount of money. That's what it sounds like to me.
That or they signed more fighters and they got to pay them too.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, especially because that's like the boxing's most famous fighter.
That's
you think they would keep him happy?
Yeah. I don't know if it's almost reminds me of I don't know if it was Jay-Z that said this, but it's like, don't buy anything if you can't buy it twice.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you couldn't afford him, they couldn't afford him once.
Yeah.
So and they still went for it. So it's like, I don't know. It's one of those things where you shouldn't buy stuff that's out of your.
And it's kind of crazy because in MMA they're kind of going through a transition too, where they're wanting to get paid more. Mm-hmm. A lot of fighters are holding out bouts because they don't think what Dana White is paying them is enough. And I mean, I'm glad that they're trying to get their money.
Yeah.
Because they deserve it. They make a lot of money for these companies.
And I don't think, and no matter what Dana White says, I don't think they get paid enough.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
No matter what.
They make, UFC makes a lot of money.
They make good money.
And they get paid, what, like $5 million, $10 million a fight? Like that's like the higher fighters. Yeah. That's like the top tiers.
And you would think.
That's not even $35 million. Yeah. And Canelo's like.
Yeah. And it's crazy because you obviously see the big name. Not even the big names, but the big name. Like Conor.
Yeah.
Obviously he makes a ton. But
I still don't think he even makes that $35 million.
To me, John Jones, though.
Yeah.
If he's not a bigger draw than Conor, whatever. I get that part. I get that part of it. But he still should be getting
a good amount.
A really good amount.
He's literally the best MMA fighter in UFC
all the
history.
top ones don't get enough.
I bet Khabib doesn't get enough.
No. And again, I understand the draw. You need to be able to bring in a crowd. But at the same time, that's not on me.
Yeah, that's part of you to promote me as well. Yeah,
yeah, that's on the UFC.
I don't think they get pay-per-view money all crazy.
Yeah,
they don't get a lot of live gate money. So
it's probably only certain. Because I think DC said he did.
Yeah,
but it's probably certain people that are negotiating these things, but also DC has a weird relationship with Dana White where they're cool, and he's also an employee.
Yeah, he's an employee under them now.
I get why DC would get some extra services, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's a crazy issue. You don't see them making that basketball money or that football. Well, football is starting to make a lot of money too.
Yeah.
That baseball money. And I know baseball's been around forever. I know basketball's been around for a while. So I understand that too, but they need to start going up because UFC is very popular, man. And
and it's only growing.
And it's crazy. I heard that Bellator is moving to CBS Sports since we're talking about companies growing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's really good because I don't even know what channel they're on right now.
Yeah, I don't either.
And
that's a really big move, right?
The day, either like a couple minutes after the main event's over, or the day after, I find out that those Bellator fights, and like I never know what anyone's talking about, bro.
But that's the thing is that they don't get promoted.
Yeah,
or they never fall on my timeline. Until after.
Yeah, exactly.
I never see any promotion of like this Saturday or what. I don't know what days they fight, but whatever.
Or
day.
2 months later. Like,
championship, like never.
Yeah, I've never
until after. So that's a big move because CBS it's actually a bigger move in my opinion than UFC being on ESPN because.
Well, they went to Fox.
Oh, they did?
A long time ago, UFC.
Well, I mean, but I'm saying now though, because now they're like ESPN exclusive, right?
Yeah.
And ESPN Plus.
Yeah, ESPN Plus. You got to pay $5 to get there.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe UFC got paid really good for that, but to me, you're limiting your viewers.
Yeah.
CBS is everywhere. Isn't CBS a local channel? Like you can get that on an antenna.
It's CBS Sports. I think it's you know how the Warriors are on the local channel here, the
Gotcha.
NBC Bay Area.
Yeah.
I think it's
something like that.
It's a channel
so
like that, a smaller channel. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
To a certain package, but I still feel being with CBS that they're gonna get a lot more viewers.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Because like I said, I don't even know what channel they're on right now, so that's
yeah.
I can at least say CBS Sports is what Bellator
No, that's
on.
a big move for sure. So shout out to that.
And speaking of shout outs, this isn't a shout out, but I wanted to say to that, rest in peace to let me pronounce his name right, I don't want to say it wrong, to Navid Afkari from, let me see exactly where he was, from Iran. He was executed recently because they tried to say 2 years ago he was at a protest and he killed someone. Supposedly he was tortured into confessing that he killed the security guard at the protest, even though I don't think there was any footage of him doing that. Dana White and Donald Trump tried to, I guess they tried to say that, they tried to tell Iran to not kill him. And he was a professional wrestler, which ties into MMA because there's professional wrestlers in there. You got to know all aspects of fighting. But let me go ahead and CNN Sports, just so I can get the proper report. I don't want to make anything up, especially about this. But let's see. He was quoted by saying... So, he was 27 years old. He was executed at a prison in Shiraz, I guess Iran. And then the Olympic Committee said it was shocked in letters. President Trump, Donald, Dana White. Anyways, it says they said that Afkari was required to appease the victim's family by paying a restitution. If he was unable to do so, the judiciary would be required to carry out the death sentence because the case had already been reviewed by the Supreme Court and because the court said he had already confessed to killing Hassan Turkman. And IRNA reported on Saturday that Afkari was executed after the victim's family refused to forgive him and allow him to pay restitutions. So, not only was he... Well, like I said, I wasn't there.
Yeah,
but,
I don't know
but
much about this.
It's a crazy government, and they're saying that they tortured him into confessing that he killed someone at a protest.
Yeah.
And
which is crazy. If this is true of him not really doing it and being tortured to confess,
and then
that's crazy.
And then the family of the man that was
refusing
killed.
It.
Let's just say if they do believe that he really killed him, that's something crazy to have on your life. That like, nah, don't give him don't let him be in jail, don't let him live, kill him.
Yeah,
that's something.
That's
crazy
also just a whole
too.
different. Like, we don't have to deal with that here.
Yeah,
in a sense,
you
so
go through the courts. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's where it's tough because, like, obviously where you grow up, your views are different.
Yeah, and everything's not as corrupt.
That's
You
bad.
know, so
That's
I
bad.
just wanted to say, rest in peace to Navid Afkari. He's my age, 27. Dude was in the Olympics.
He's 2 years older than me.
So like, man, that's crazy to think of. And you know, who knows? He could have made a crazy run in life.
Mm-hmm.
And
I mean, he could have been already making a crazy run.
Yeah.
And then this messed everything up, which is
and
unfortunate. Yeah.
Unfortunately, corrupt systems win against them, man. So I just wanted to bring that up too, because hopefully that helps bring spotlight to, you know, this crazy country, or not even just that, but just crazy cases in life. But I watched the fights yesterday. You watched some of them because I told you I was going to be talking about them, so you were watching them.
Yeah. We actually have them on right now. The main event's on right now.
And
yeah.
So Billy Quarantillo, he knocked out Kyle Nelson with a 1-2 straight jab.
That was crazy.
Yeah,
that was a good knockout right there.
It left him like shocked.
Yeah,
when he
that was a
got
good
it.
knockout. He was stiff.
The one I really want to talk about that was the topic of the night was that guy Ed Herman.
The nut buster.
Yeah.
But not really.
So what happened was he got kneed in the chest, and then he fell against the cage on the ground. He clenched his chest, and the ref thought he got hit in the groin.
Yeah.
So he let him rest for how long it took.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. And then Ed Herman was playing that, like, he got hit in the nuts.
Yeah.
He was all crouched over.
After, though.
Yeah.
Because he got, against the fence, he was just like this, kind of, like,
And-
holding up top.
And then the ref told him, like, I'll give you 5 minutes to rest because you got hit in the groin. And then he started
He
covering
put on Leonardo DiCaprio. He started acting a little bit.
And the crazy thing is, he was, like, turtled up against the cage. So he was pretty much going to get
The fight
beat.
was done.
Yeah, he was going to get beat right there because if they didn't stop it there,
Yeah.
he was not going to be able to defend himself of whatever.
What
He was up
I'm
against-
assuming is he got the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah.
So he fell down into the cage. The other dude's going to come up and start hitting him against the cage, but it got stopped. So it's a win. That should have been a win.
Yeah. And then the crazier part is he ended up winning the fight in the next round because
Comes back.
he tapped him out.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Yeah, so I don't agree with that, but
Yeah, that's a really bad call.
Yeah, that's the ref's fault right there.
And this what bugs me about UFC. There's a lot of bad calls.
Yeah.
That's weird.
And no, but the announcers, the commentators were saying that Michael Bisping and I forgot who the other guy was, but they were saying that the refs can look at instant replay, and he wasn't looking at it. I think he knew he messed up, and instead of admitting that, hey, I messed up, he was just like, nah, I'm just gonna go with it.
But you know what to me should happen, and this should happen in anything. You have an instant replay, right?
Yeah.
So if it shows I was wrong on the ref, I was wrong, you didn't get kneed there. Okay, well now what's what we're gonna do? We're gonna sit you back down there.
Yeah.
In the same position.
Yeah.
And he's gonna go in that same position, and we'll start it.
Yeah.
That's the fairest way you can do
Yeah,
it.
I
Because I'm
think
not
so
mad
too.
if you make a mistake and think it was something. Just fix it.
Yeah, or at least own up to it.
Yeah.
Something like.
So instead of having this dude walk around holding his crotch for 5 minutes, acting like
Yeah.
he's hurt, like, come on.
Yeah, and then I felt like the other fighter should have just kicked him in the nuts right away when
Yeah.
he stood up. But you
Yeah.
might as well get your
Exactly.
retribution, man. And then the main event was Angela Hill, and I'm trying to remember this chick's name. Angela Hill ended up losing. I thought she won.
Yeah, a lot of people. I didn't. It's on right now, so I haven't seen the thing. I've seen that she lost, but I've seen a lot of people saying she won, and I've seen a lot of people saying she looked better after the fight.
She fought Michelle Watterson, and Michelle Watterson had a lot of damage on her face.
Which damages and everything.
No,
it
but
does say a lot.
but it was crazy. Like, it was a good fight, but it wasn't as close enough to it being that controversial.
Yeah.
But hey, I mean, that's the game too. You can't always leave it to the judges.
Yeah, you can't, because again, in UFC, there's a lot that need to be done, because there's a lot of bad calls, mostly with judging though. The refs are normally pretty good, but the judges are so bad.
Yeah, sometimes the stats that they call are way off. Like,
It's so bad.
Like, one ref will be like 48-47, 48-47, and then like the third one 50-46.
Something
It's
random.
like, what? It's like,
And then it's
well,
like, yeah, I don't know. Like, a lot of decisions are just bad. And again, for me, I like Max Holloway, but that's not why I think he won. I think he won because he won.
Yeah.
He should not. So now, but now, what does he do? You can't fight him a third time because he lost twice already.
Yeah.
So it's like,
And then you're not gonna get paid as much because you're not a winner. You're a loser.
yeah, and it's And my thing is, if Dana White comes out and says that's a bad call, that should not even exist.
Yeah.
Refight.
Yeah.
That should not exist.
But
whatever.
That's how that went. And we're talking about football today. You know, Raiders won.
Oh, Let's go. Shout out to the Raiders.
So football's back from last Thursday. The first game was Chiefs versus Texans. And
which we knew how that was going to go.
Yeah, the first half, it looked like it was going to be a really good game. The second half, Chiefs just stomped on them.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I'm not a big Chiefs fan. Patrick Mahomes is sick.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a Chiefs fan either. Obviously, we got Raiders stuff everywhere. But the Chiefs are good. Can't deny that.
And then before the game started, they had the national anthem, and then the players linked arms, and then people started booing during that. Well, that's what J.J. Watt said.
Yeah, but then what's so funny is someone else, a coach, said, I didn't hear booing. And then they showed another angle. There wasn't any booing.
Yeah.
But people were saying there was booing. So I don't know if there was. I don't know. If there was.
That's messed up.
Weird.
Yeah, because it's not even about the flag anymore.
Yeah.
You know, that's what everyone said was disrespectful. It's about just, like, you don't support unity. Like, you know, like
so
bringing the country together.
And if they weren't booing, then they weren't booing. But
yeah, so hopefully it wasn't true, but
yeah.
I don't know. It's crazy, dude. Because, like, why would J.J. Watt lie? But then,
well, that's the thing. It's a mixed crowd. There could have been boos.
And then a lot of time, too, they boo the other team.
Yeah.
But during that part, you know, it's kind of suspect, too. Yeah. You know? So, I don't know about that. The thing I do know, though, is that Marcel Reese is now the senior advisor to the owner and president of the Raiders.
Yeah. Shout out Marcel Reese.
Marcel Reese is a beast. Yeah. He was a fullback for like 8 years to the Raiders,
and a really good one.
And he used to be a wide receiver and became a fullback. Mm-hmm. So he would run good. He could catch crazy. And then not only that, after he left the Raiders or retired, he came back to the Raiders and he's been helping the community out. He's been like a big voice.
Yeah, no, he's a beast.
So I'm glad that now he's a bigger voice. Yeah. Especially in Vegas, because now he knows how it was in Oakland. Mm-hmm. And he's still young, but he's not super old, super young.
Yeah.
So he's that perfect middle child, like J. Cole says.
That's great. I like that. I feel like the direction the Raiders are going in general is really good, because obviously the Raiders have been at the bottom, not just like record-wise, but just like company-wise, like value-wise and all that. And we've played at an old stadium for the longest time. Terrible stadium. So, but the direction they're going now, it's really looking really good.
And then the Raiders beat the Panthers today, 34-30.
Love it. It got scary.
Yeah, it was a close game for no reason. We were up by 15, but the Panthers came back.
Yeah, I think we started playing a little conservative, but
yeah, in the third quarter they started running too much when they still needed to mix it up.
When there was 12 people in the box, like
yeah, like you need to change it up. 12 people.
Nah.
The ref too. Yeah. He's trying to tackle.
But they still put off the victory. That was good. I really liked how Derek Carr played. He didn't play anything crazy. It wasn't like he's going to be player of the week or anything. Yeah. No, but he played a solid game. He played what he needed to play. And
so to any of the Derek Carr haters out there,
shut up.
Yeah. At least not today.
Yeah.
And
just be quiet.
If you say he can't throw far, what about that bomb to Nelson Aguilar in the end zone?
Or Ruggs.
Yeah, or to Ruggs.
Like the Ruggs one was really cool because you haven't seen Ruggs yet. That was awesome. But that throw to Aguilar was perfect. Only he could get it.
And it was sky high too. Like,
only he could get it.
And
because the defender was on him.
The reason I like speaking about that touchdown too is people were saying that Nelson Aguilar can't catch.
Yeah, a lot of Eagles fans out there were happy to get rid of him because he can't catch apparently.
So maybe it's true, maybe it's not. But that's kind of the only play that I kind of recognized him on. But he caught that one.
And that's an important one because that's a touchdown.
Hell yeah, so that was sick. On
Jonathan Abram played out of his mind.
Yeah, on defense.
All over the field.
He was all over the field. He was making hard hits.
Yeah.
He still. This is his second game. Yeah. That's the crazy part.
This is his second game, and he's played really good in both.
Yeah.
Even though he was limited in the first one.
So I'm really pumped for Abrams.
Even with his loose sleeves.
Yeah, and his little when they stopped the when they stopped the run.
Yeah.
When Cleveland Farrell got the stuff.
Mm-hmm. That was good.
Oh, all the Cleveland Farrell. I seen people tweeting that he's a scrub, that we shouldn't got him, that he was a bust. I get it. Last year he didn't do too good, like for his draft status.
Yeah.
Today he had a game saving stop.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of take it easy on that. We still have a whole another year to see if he is a bust or not. I'm not saying he's the best just on that, but he proved that today he can make a difference.
Yeah, and for me, I don't think you're okay. If who's number 4, right? Pick number 4.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're assuming you're getting a Pro Bowler, whatever. My thing is, you're not a bust if you're still a really good player.
Yeah.
He can develop to be a really good player. Maybe he's not the next Khalil Mack, Von Miller, like, but you don't have to be.
Yeah.
Even though we got him out early, I don't really care as long as he's really good.
Yeah, and I know a first-round pick should be instant like change on the team, but it doesn't always pan out that way. And just give him time. He's still on his rookie contract.
I mean, give him time. And again, we got a lot of people that year.
Yeah.
Where we got him doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. Crosby technically outplayed him.
Then switch him in your mind. Okay, we got Crosby in the first, and we got Furl in the third or fourth, whatever it was.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I'm happy we got him. Yeah. I think he's a good player.
And we can't change it. Yeah. So why would you want to hate on a guy that's still learning? So.
And he's actually trying. Yeah. You know,
he lost weight.
Yeah, he's trying. So it's like, let him find his path.
You know who else was trying? The commentator. When he called Trayvon Mullen, Trayvon Martin.
And they didn't even acknowledge it because I don't think he even realized it. But yeah,
they're like,
that was a good coverage by Trayvon Martin. Like what?
It's like what? It's like crazy. All right, that's crazy. But that was just something. Commentators are insane. I understand it's hard to talk
Sometimes
for hours.
They say some weird stuff.
But yeah, like at least acknowledge it. Or the other guy just ignored it too.
Yeah, he just ignored it. Like normally they correct each other.
Yeah. I wonder if like CBS talked to him and was like, "Hey, you said this at this time. Can you not do that again?"
Yeah.
But so, who would you say was the MVP in the game?
The MVP has to go to. We're saying it together in 3, 2, 1.
Josh Jacobs. Damn! Yeah, I wish that was scripted.
100% because, yeah, he has a jersey on.
It looks like 82 maybe.
Yeah, it's 28, but. He had 3 touchdowns, 3 rushing touchdowns, and he didn't have a crazy game running the ball. Like
he didn't have like
crazy stats,
big breakaway runs.
But he did what he needed to do. And again, just the way he runs will wear down a defense because he's so powerful and strong.
He batters you.
Yeah. So no, he played really good, and he had some nice catches out from the backfield, and yeah, he played really good. 3 touchdowns.
I'm trying to see if I can find his stats real quick. It says Josh Jacobs outperforms Christian McCaffrey barely in Raiders wins.
Yeah.
Hey, even barely or not, even if he did barely worse than Christian McCaffrey, that's really good.
Christian McCaffrey's crazy.
He's the running back of the NFL.
Yeah.
There's
nothing. And we didn't fully stop him because he still got over 100 yards total. But that's what I expected. My thing was he's gonna do his thing no matter what.
It says he had a career best 3 touchdowns. He only had 7 last year. Josh Jacobs.
Almost got half.
Yeah, almost half.
One game.
He had 93 yards on 25 carries and caught 4 passes for 46 yards. McCaffrey had 96 yards and 2 touchdowns on 23 attempts and added 3 catches for 38. So they're pretty much similar.
Yeah.
And McCaffrey just got paid big. Dude, so like...
Yeah. Hopefully we can afford it.
Hopefully they don't sleep on Josh Jacobs.
Yeah.
Like the media, because if not, he's going to run you over still.
No, he's, to me... one of the best in the league, just because of the way he runs. He's not as, I don't know. He's just a lot of people combined. I feel like.
Yeah, he has that little stutter step where he just shakes. He slips through defenders.
Like he's not as fast as McCaffrey, but he's almost moves as good.
Yeah.
If he had that speed,
he probably doesn't have that straight line speed.
Yeah.
But he can move left and right and get downfield pretty good.
And he's way more powerful than McCaffrey. But McCaffrey's still better because on the receiving end, I just don't know how he does it.
Yeah, and then the NFL today, let's see what the Rams are playing right now. They're up by 7. The Saints played the Buccaneers. They won by 34-23. The Cardinals beat the Niners 24-20. The Chargers beat the Bengals 16-13, which sucks because they're in our division.
Yep.
The Bears beat the Lions 27-23. I was wishing that the Lions won. My coworker's a Lions fan, so it'd be nice for him to get that. The Washington football team beat the Eagles 27-17 when they were down 17-0, right?
Chase Young got his first sack. I don't know if he got any more, but he for sure got one.
The Packers up 43-34 against the Vikings.
Yeah.
the Bills 27-17, but the game was way worse. Like they were stomping on the Jets. The final score doesn't determine how the game was.
It doesn't fully reflect.
38. Yeah, it doesn't determine what the game. It definitely determines what the game was. The Seahawks beat the Falcons 38-25. It was a bird game.
Yeah.
My cousin's a Seahawk fan, so I'm sure he's pumped.
Mm-hmm.
The Ravens stomped on the Browns 38-6. It's pretty bad. It says the Raiders won 34-30 against the Panthers. Surprisingly, the Jaguars beat the Colts 27-20.
Idiots.
And the Jaguars are supposedly tanking this year.
And they should be, because that's crazy.
Hey, you got to get fans too, though. So, the Patriots beat the Dolphins 21-11. Not surprisingly.
Cam Newton.
But Cam Newton, he did good.
2 rushing touchdowns. Let's get it.
The Chiefs beat the Texans 34-20. And so we're waiting on the Rams and the Cowboys. Okay,
who are you going for?
The Rams.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah.
But this is a good first week of NFL.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. This was a good first week. I'm glad football's back. It's been fun.
Tomorrow, the Steelers play the Giants. And then the Broncos play the Titans. Which are games I really don't care too much.
Yeah.
Well, the Broncos is important because they're in our division.
Yeah.
But I'm going to watch them, but they're not the most exciting games that I can see.
Overall, this has been good. I mean, the surprises for me is the Buccaneers. I mean, it's not a surprise. They played the Saints.
Yeah, but the way Tom Brady played.
The way Tom Brady played. And, yeah, I don't know. That was a surprise. We play the Saints next week, Monday night.
First game in Las Vegas.
That's going to be a big game.
Yeah.
I really hope we win that game because...
I think it's messed up that they gave us the Saints as our first game in Vegas. Like, they couldn't give us the Browns.
They give us somebody. Like, you give us...
Or the Panthers. The Panthers could have been the second game.
Don't give us the Chiefs and don't give us the Saints
as the first game.
Like, come on.
Or any crazy team.
Yeah,
like the Bills. Would you have given that as our first?
I mean, to me, especially when a lot of people are projecting us not even to go to the playoffs.
Yeah. So
can we get an easier
Can you get the home crowd happy for their first game?
Yeah, come on. This is the first one. But whatever. We're gonna get through it.
Yeah.
We've clutched up before against the Saints.
The last time we played the Saints, we won.
Yeah.
So it's not impossible.
And we'll do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do it again for sure. No, not for sure, but I hope so.
Well, we got this. If not, we're gonna be on here saying we didn't get it.
Yeah, and don't sleep. People are sleeping on our offense. People are saying they're gonna be better, but I really think they're gonna be super dangerous. And we played a not a good Panthers team, but we did score a lot.
The first half, Ruggs was playing. We did really good.
Yeah.
He hurt his ankle, and so we rested him for like the end of the second quarter, and then obviously he was limited in the second half.
Yeah, he wasn't as
explosive. He wasn't in there too crazy either.
Yeah, Bryan Edwards didn't really do much. He had one catch, but it was like a screen for 9 yards. So I want to see him do a little more next game. I don't think he even got targeted more than that one. So
Zay Jones was not.
He wasn't present.
I don't remember anything.
He's on the field, but he was barely on the field, and he didn't get the ball thrown to him once. But there was hype around Zay Jones.
That he was the most improved player.
Most improved, looking really good. He's looking faster. He's all these different things. I don't know. He didn't have the opportunities. I don't know. But he didn't show up really.
Yeah. So that was pretty bad. Crosby didn't get no sacks. I was kind of hoping that he would have had one.
We got one, though, by Hurst.
Maurice Hurst. It was a half sack technically.
Yeah, that's a full sack.
But he had the full sack because he was the only one holding on to. Teddy Bridgewater. It was good seeing Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah.
But I think he only had one pass that was really deep.
Yeah, there was not many.
Was it deep? No, it wasn't even too deep either. It's just
nothing crazy.
Who was it? Eric Harris? He just didn't wrap him up.
That one, yeah. That one was bad.
That was probably his longest pass, but
yeah, overall I was pretty happy with the defense besides that one play. That should bring back 7 points. But there's still some things you need to fix. But it's week one.
It's week one with no preseason. Yeah, with no preseason.
Limited camp.
Yeah, no contact.
No contact. And the secondary is rookies and 1 year pros
and new middle linebackers.
Yeah.
Oh, what is his name? Kwiatkowski?
And Corey Littleton.
He got hurt halfway through the game. So
hopefully that's not too bad.
Oh, Trent Brown got hurt. That was terrible. Yeah, that was terrible to see. But our line looks crazy. Mm-hmm. So Our defense definitely looks a lot faster.
Yeah, the defense looks much better.
Oh, and shout out to Tahir Whitehead. He was playing on the Panthers.
Yeah, and played great for us.
Yeah, he did terrible for the Panthers, but every time I saw him on there, it was good for us.
He actually bailed us out. We might have lost his game if he didn't do the PI.
Yeah.
Because we were down, and it was like third and pretty long. They went to Renfro, and he tackled him 5 yards before the ball got there.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. The ball wasn't even close.
And we got the PI, so...
It bailed us out.
That bailed us out.
Renfro might have caught it, who knows, but all we know is Tahir Whitehead was the MVP.
Yeah.
I'm glad we got rid of him. And, well, I hope he has a good career, but we'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
I'm glad he's not on our team.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll say that.
But that's pretty much the end of this show. Do you have anything else you wanted to say?
Nah, I think that's pretty good. I think that this was a good starter episode.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, we had some good topics in there, some serious ones that we would love for you guys to weigh in on if you have any opinions on. And then obviously the sports talk is mandatory. That's always going to happen.
Yeah.
Because we're into sports. Hopefully you guys are into sports. And also, drop down below your guys' teams. We want to know your guys' favorite teams.
Yeah.
Because you guys might not all be Raider fans. So we can go back and forth on who we think is going to be better or, you know, however things go.
And since this was the first episode, it was a little rougher today because we weren't as prepared as we should have been. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, before we leave, though, we need to give our predictions for Monday night.
Against the Saints?
Yeah.
Since we are a Raiders football fan base here, we're pretty much just going to talk about Raiders predictions mostly.
Yeah. When it comes to predictions, we'll do that. And then any, you know, relevant news or big news,
we'll keep up to date on that too.
So who do you got? Who do you got and what's the score?
Let me see. Sorry, it's just this is the Saints, so
yeah, it's the Saints, so it's tough.
Yeah,
and we actually did this on the first one on his Why Not Me podcast.
But we kind of got a little more information about both teams,
and we should do it every week, just so we know injuries and whatever can happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 35-28 Saints beat us.
35-28?
Yeah, I don't like saying that.
I'm going to say 31-24 and Saints beat us. I'm switching. Because last time I said we were going to win, but I think we still need more time to gel.
Yeah. I don't like saying it. It's a terrible thing to say.
Yeah.
But hopefully we're wrong.
Yeah, hopefully we're wrong. And I think there's actually a real chance we can win.
Yeah.
I just think the Saints are ahead of us.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean we can't win.
They've had continuity for the longest time.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
But either way, we appreciate you guys for tuning in. This is, again, the first episode, and there's going to be plenty more every week dropping
probably the day after we...
dropping Mondays.
Yeah, Mondays.
Mondays is going to drop. These are recorded on Sundays after the games. Well, after...
We said Mondays, but I wasn't too sure if you're still going to stick with that. That's
yeah, hopefully Mondays. If anything switches, we'll obviously let you guys know. And yeah, that's the first one. So
the best way to keep up to date is by subscribing. So make sure when you see this video, hit like and subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe. Down below, you can see our social medias if you want there. We'll probably update stuff on there as well. And yeah, again, we appreciate you guys for watching. So don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like if you haven't already. If you enjoyed it, share with your friends, your family, anybody and everybody. And
oh, one more thing. I don't know if we mentioned, but I'm Jerry Ruiz. This is Matthew Babauta.
Yeah. We are your hosts.
This is Top 3 Views.
We actually... Yeah. We'll get better. Just know.
Yeah. But hey, you guys will see the progress. I'm looking forward to that.
Exactly.
And we also have other shows on YouTube if you guys are interested in catching up on that.
Yeah.
On Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I have the Why Not Me podcast. I interview people about their jobs, about their careers, about what they do.
How they got there.
You find out about them, about their company, or about, even if it's just content creators, about their content.
Yeah.
And Matthew here, he has the... You promote yourself.
I got 2 channels on YouTube. One's the Piece of Us Vlogs. The other one's a Piece of Us Films. The Piece of Us Vlogs is vlogs, so you're gonna see all that kind of stuff there. It's me, my girlfriend, and our dog doing whatever. And the film channel is we watch movies, watch TV shows, and all that kind of stuff, and we just give our review, give our thoughts on them, and do some rankings and all that kind of stuff. So if you're interested in any of that, look down below in the description. We'll have his stuff, we'll have my stuff, we'll have our stuff, and yeah.
I was looking at the floor to see if there was anything down below.
It might be.
But you meant in the description.
Yeah, in the
Okay.
description.
All right.
Yeah.
Hope you guys had a good time. We did, and we'll catch you next time.
Peace.
Latest.